the United Kingdom is a beautiful group of dysfunctional countries, or is it just Westminster that is dysfunctional? Well, unfortunately, Westminster, in particular, this Tory government has destroyed our reputation from around the world. Now, I had high hopes. There was old Richie Sunak trying to drum up a bit of business with old Modi. Yeah, but Modi said no. Not on your Nelly, unless you give us freedom of movement for my people. But Richie Sunak, obviously, he wasn't allowed to agree to that. And a week or two later, WION, which happens to be a news outlet in India, well, they've been sticking in their daggers, they have, to us Brits, that they are. Well, and in particular, the United Kingdom. I don't think it's aimed at Scotland, though, I have to admit. But, you know, I've got to share it with you anyway. That I am. So, here it is, WION. If you don't know it, it's a news outlet in India that happens to have nearly 8 million subscribers. So they're getting out to a lot of people just through their YouTube channel. Yeah. Oh dear. And there they are, making us look like a bunch of bank robbers. Yeah. All shoplifters. According to WION, that is. Yeah, so I'm going to try and do a bit of a reactional video here. So I'm going to play it from the beginning. We're going to stop and start through the video. That we are. Hope, you know, I won't get done for copyright issues. And I've got a few points to make in this video. Yeah, unfortunately, they might have a point. But they might. Oh dear.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you watching me right now are applying for a student visa to the United Kingdom? How many of you are planning to go on a holiday to England? How many of you want to move to the UK or get a job in the UK?
Not me.
I'm sure many of you have been sold a dream of a cushy life in England.
Ah, well, it's not so cushy, which she'll point out in a moment. Now, if you're looking for getting yourself a student visa and what have you, you're going to have to cough up some money, that you are, unfortunately. And not a little bit of money either. Yeah, well, for starters, you're going to have to find the £490 fee just to get your visa. Just for the visa itself. And not only that, is it? That's not the only thing, is it? You're going to have to get yourself health surcharge. Yeah, fee you get to pay. You get that, see? Immigration health surcharge. It's a levy. It's gone up from 624 to 1,035. And even if you're working in the NHS, you've got to pay it. The poke in the eye. Wouldn't you say? Well, let's continue.
Well, today, let me break it to you. Your dream life in the United Kingdom will be a nightmare.
Oh!
Because as I have said before on the show, the United Kingdom is quickly becoming the worst place to live.
The worst place to live? Oh my God, oh, do you know what though?
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
Obviously, I could not resist that one. Thank you, Donald Tusk, for your intervention. Well, in this video, she mentions Brexit. Yes, the B word. Which is kind of ironic considering they want freedom of movement. Yeah, just so they can...
Coming over here, taking our jobs and our women.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they want to do. Well, oh, yeah, let's carry on this.
Look at this headline. Leeds is England's shoplifting capital.
Really?
Imagine that. So prevalent is shoplifting in the United Kingdom that one particular city has earned this tag. Crime data shows that more shoplifters visited Leeds city centre than anywhere else in England and Wales last year.
No, that can't be true. So I thought, have a look. Is it true? Oh, apparently it is. Yeah, Leeds city centre named shoplifting capital of the United Kingdom after a huge surge. That's not great, is it? No. And this was this year. This is 25th of July this year, 2023. So I thought I'd have a look on the, on the stats, because I don't believe that. No. Until we look down here. Shoplifting offences. All right, now, it's steadily growing until the pandemic. And then come 2023, oh, it's creeping up again, it is. Last year, in 2022, it was 275,000 offences. And this year, so far, it's 300, or 2022 to 2023, 342,343. Yeah, so it's 2021 to 2022, sorry, and 2022 to 2023. That's not good, is it? No. Blimey. It's not looking good, is it, for us? This is how we're perceived around the world, you see? 8 million subscribers, I got only views, 120,000 views so far. It's only a day ago. Oh, crikey.
More than 2,100 crimes have been recorded in Leeds. The city has seen an 83% rise in these crimes.
Oh my giddy aunt.
Shoplifting has become so common that shop owners are used to thieves hobnobbing with shoppers. Authorities say shops are getting robbed left, right and centre. Security guards are chasing down thieves armed with stolen goods daily. Mind you, similar scenes are being recorded in Cardiff too. For all the students watching me right now, Leeds and Cardiff may be on your list as destinations to pursue higher studies. After all, they're hotspots for students. Their beaches, scenic architecture, weather, nightlife, universities may attract you. You may think spending a year in the UK backpacking or learning new skills is a rite of passage. Well, now you know. Chances are you are going to be mugged on this passage.
What? Did I just hear her right? The chances are you're going to be mugged on this passage. On your right to passage to be mugged. You have a laugh at you. Blimey. Oh, crikey, I thought Barcelona was the place where you went to get mugged. Yeah, because we did. Yeah, in Barcelona. Oh dear. It's a friendly mugging, but still mugging nevertheless. Crikey. This is how we're perceived around the world. Just think about it. This is India. Obviously, there's been nothing going on in India because Richie Sunak's been out there trying to, to swifty with old Modi. Maybe he's going to try and sell some pork or something like that.
Pork market.
Maybe. Or maybe a sacred cow. I don't know. Just guessing. Just guessing. You know how it is.
But this shoplifting menace is just part of a very big and grim picture. You see, life in the UK is not a romantic movie anymore, decorated with stunning castles and historical universities.
Let's be fair, it hasn't been for a very long time.
Life in the UK is currently a horror film riddled with multiple crises. A recession, food shortages, crippling
But did you just say food shortages? No.
cost of living, a failing government healthcare system. All these crises have spiralled out of control and Rishi Sunak's government is drowning in a sea of trouble.
Well, she did say food shortages, didn't she? I think she might have a point. And say suppliers are struggling with rising costs while locked into fixed price contracts. Everything's become more expensive because of the cost of living crisis, the oil, energy crisis, the war in Ukraine, and Alexander Boris to Pfeffel Johnson's.
We got an oven-ready deal, put it in the microwave.
Yes, Brexit. Screwed us. It really did. Stopped all those lorry drivers coming over, bringing food, and it's still a problem, We still don't have enough lorry drivers, no. We actually haven't got enough people, yet businesses are actually getting rid of people. It's not good news, is it? No. So as you see, food bank use is up as well. Oh, crikey. Oh, was it 2008? Oh, look at that. Food bank usage was number of people receiving emerging food parcels from the Trust food banks. They're like the biggest one in the UK. I have to admit, they do a fantastic job, but I wish they were not necessary. Charity, in my mind, is a failure of government. That it is. So 2008, I wonder who was in power back then. It was 25,899. Now it's 2,986,203. Did you realise that nearly 1 million of those are food parcels that are handed directly to children? For Christ's sake. How is this acceptable? Honestly? And, I could criticise this lady from Wheel, whatever her name is. Anyway, Gravitas. And I could criticise, how dare you talk down Britain and all that. You did re-educating if you were a Brit. Yeah, but no. She's just telling the truth. She's just saying it how it actually is. This is embarrassing. Seriously embarrassing. And I can joke and I can jest about it, but this is such a serious issue and people are suffering. Ordinary folk, Not those with the flippin' money, honey. No. Not the Richie Sunaks, of the world, who's almost worth £1 billion quid. He's part of the problem. And just the fact that he's a Tory from Prime Minister, no. It's the fact that the bloke is corrupt. Oh! Anyway, let's carry on, shall we? I think we should. Before I have a seizure. Oh, don't have a seizure, do you?
Meanwhile, the UK's private sector is enduring its most rapid rate of job cuts since the global financial crisis.
Yes?
Basically, companies are firing people, left, right, centre.
Left, right, centre.
This is what data from S&P
What do you mean left,
has
right and
shown.
centre?
It says the nation could be sliding towards a recession.
We're already in a recession. Real terms recession. So how much money you got in your pocket? And you got less. But you know how these Tories are. They like to manipulate the figures.
Hoping to travel to London for that dream job? I would think again. Let's talk about food shortages now.
Oh, the phallic symbol.
A few months back, basic amenities became luxuries in the United Kingdom. Major supermarket chains had to put a cap on how many tomatoes and cucumbers you could buy.
What about the eggs?
Why? Because they couldn't keep up with the demand. Unusual weather and Brexit were blamed.
Oh, she said the B word. Did she just say the B word? Oh, she did.
For Britain's salad crisis. Let's talk about healthcare now. NHS, or National Health Service, it's a source of pride for the United Kingdom. The nation's publicly funded healthcare system. Well, guess what? Patients in England are waiting up to 2.5 years for diagnostic tests.
Did she just say 2.5 years just to get a test, a diagnostic test? So I thought I'd have a look. I can't believe that. That can't be true. So I had a look, and yeah, it's true. NHS England patients wait up to 2.5 years for an MRI. Now, I'll tell you now, if I need an ultrasound, right, and I went to the doctor's this morning, I could probably get one this afternoon. Seriously. They literally hand you a prescription. You then make your appointment. And then you go and have it. And you know what? You leave with the results. That's the difference. The massive difference, I've said it a million times before, the massive difference between healthcare here in France and the UK is in France, they prevent. In the UK, they mitigate. They wait until you're half dead and then try and put sticky plaster on you. That's nuts. Meantime, you've got a fucking tumour that's trying to grow out of your ears.
I started this story by talking about shoplifting. I end this story with another statistic about Britain's shoplifting crisis. Guess what? So crippling is the cost of living crisis in the United Kingdom that 1 in 10 young adults has admitted to stealing items from supermarkets. And no, they're not shoplifting designer goods. They say they're trying to survive, to make ends meet.
There you go, food banks, you know.
I think it's rather uplifting.
People can't afford to live. It's just wrong. It's just very, very wrong.
Some are stealing milk and cheese. Others are stealing children's
They're
medication.
putting security tags on Lurpak butter.
Are these anecdotes
baby
of a
milk.
beautiful life? So I have said it once and I say it again. The UK is fast
Wait for this, wait for it.
becoming one of the worst places to live. But it's definitely the best place to live for shoplifters.
I should laugh. Oh, this is terrible. So many people have seen this. Oh, crikey. But don't worry about it, mate. That's Sir the Braverman in the United States doing a little conference and what have you, saying we've got to, the United Nations need to change its take on immigration and what have you, you know. But I reckon she's just gone over there to, maybe to look up some designs or maybe order for these boys with the saw blades on. The ones that have been putting in Texas. There's a centre there now. God, I hate that man. Anyway, it's time for me to go. But please, 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 boot the old like button and, let us know what you think, whatever, to this party political broadcast. No? Oh, God. Oh, and I'll tell you now, this is not just India. If I read the comments in my videos, you'll know the perception of the UK now is really gone downhill. It really has. And it's shocking. And we need to do something about it. I'll tell you what, reinstate foreign aid would be a style, wouldn't it? Anyway, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. If you want to support the channel, do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee, and the link's down below. I'm sorry it's a bit of a long video, but, it just had to be done, didn't it? Oh, crikey. Ta-ta. And have a lovely day. Don't forget, boot the old like button. Yeah, because it helps the channel, You get a breath now after that. Oh, crikey. I might have to lay down. Ta-ta.
The NHS is and always has been a national endeavour. That was set out in 1944 when it was a Conservative politician, Sir Henry Willink, who put forward the proposals for a national health service. That's right, a Conservative MP from my home city of Liverpool who conceived the NHS. A good omen, I think.